Today's video, we're gonna have an amazing transformation, a burst fade with a crop on top, and we're gonna start it right now. Hello everyone, this is Danny Styles. First, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna divide the hair, separating the top from the side, and the easiest way to divide the hair is having the hair really wet. After this, I'm going to focus to cut the sides to create the burst effect, like you guys can see it right here. And I'm going to start with the clipper over comb technique. I like to use red comb because this one allows me to see where I need to cut exactly. Now I'm going to focus the cutting behind the ear. If you guys notice the way I place the comb, allow me to create the shape for the burst fade. You don't have to put it far away to the center, because if you do it, you're gonna destroy the shape and you're not gonna be able to do the shape that I'm showing right here. I love to do this technique because this one allows me to speed up the time of the haircut and I can focus in the details. Now I'm gonna create the arrow effect with the trimmer, but here start right in the center, and after this I'm gonna move to the right side. Now I start cutting with 1.5 attachment open lever and start being really careful. Continue the shape on the demarcation line that I did with the clipper over comb technique. I like to show you this angle, and now focus in the right side. But now let's focus in the sides so you can see the full process. I'll take the clipper until I did the clipper over comb technique. You need to be conscious to don't take the clipper too high, in that way you're not gonna create another demarcation line. Now I close the lever. This is 1.5. I like to use the clipper with 1.5 open. This is like use number 2, that way I can avoid to use that attachment, and then I'm just closing the lever. It gave me the 1.5 effect, and if you notice, I'm just using the corner of the attachment. Now I switch to 1 attachment open lever and continue the fading process. Probably it's hard to notice, but I'm taking the clipper just a little bit lower than I did with the previous attachment. Now I'm creating the fade guideline with the clipper close lever. This is 0, and I'm doing this little arch right here. Now let's focus to blend that line. I use 1 attachment, close a lever, and start taking the clipper 1/2 inch over the guideline. If you guys are feeling that you're creating another demarcation line, just open the lever a little bit. And do the scooping motion really soft. Keep the stroke consistent to avoid uneven fade. Now I move to 1/2 attachment. I'll open the lever fully and start taking the clipper just like 1/4 inch over the fade guideline. When I'm sure that I'm not cutting more hair, I just close the lever to the middle and continue working the fading process. As you guys can notice, the line is almost fully blended. Now we have to use the clipper with no attachment open lever, and we're just gonna focus with the small stroke movements, the scooping motion, really small. And sometimes I just work with the corner of the blade, especially with this type of fade. I just close the lever a little bit and I continue blending the fade line. Now the lever is fully closed, so I'm just taking care of those dark spots right there. Allow me to connect fully the fade. If you guys seen the demarcation spots, dark areas, you can come back to take care of them with the half attachment. Just working with the corner of the blade and the scooping motion, really soft. Now let's get to work in the front area, the temple area. The movement needs to be really soft, and just focusing just right on the top of the guideline that I did. I like to divide the fade in two, especially in this burst fade, because I can focus the attention only in one side to blend the area the way that I like. If you guys wondering what clipper I'm using the Ergos by Stylecraft. You can get a 10% discount clicking the link in the description. My promo code is Danny10. I changed the original lead for this clipper. I switched it for the camo lead. I think the clipper looks really cool. Now I'm going to work at the sideburns with the Evo trimmer. This trimmer is no longer available in Stylecraft, but you can purchase the Ed's Evo trimmer with Gamma Plus. You can use the same promo code. Just take your time. Right there the hair is a little bit long, so I'll be sure to create that nice Z cup effect, taking my time. Now I'm just Now I'm going to do a technique that I love to use to make my face better. I use reverse blending shears to get to those dark areas. That way the face is gonna look better. Which shears I'm using? I'm using my Deluxe line shears from our brand Deluxe line reverse blade. This is the AQ fader shears. If you want to purchase, right, I'll leave you right here the link at the corner. I speeded up the process. This technique requires a lot of patience, but after you know how to do it, it takes only 2 to 3 minutes to do it. And just right here speeding up the time, but definitely worth it. Now let's start the second part of the video. This is the shear cutting technique. I'm gonna focus on the crop. I just start doing my first section right in the middle, from the front to the back to the crown. I'm just cutting like 1 inch, and I'm gonna follow my guideline to the crown. Right here I'm following the guideline. If you can see the guideline, you gotta come back to find it. Okay, you think twice, you cut once. Now I come the hair to one of the sides, and I'm gonna follow that guideline that I did in the middle. I'm going to cut the hair with point cutting, placing the shear 45 degrees and just doing the point cutting. That's going to start creating that texturizing effect to the crop. If you guys like the way that I'm doing this technique, please let me know in the comment. If you like the video, please share and subscribe. I'm using my raw sword, the last line shears. This one comes, as I said, thinning shears and cutting shears. After cut this section of the right, now I'm going to use the same guideline to cut the left side. If you guys notice the hair is wet, that allow me to divide it better, so I can create cleaner section. Cleaner section means cleaner haircuts, especially if you're working with shears. When you're doing the point cutting technique, it's really important the angle that you place the shears. That way you're not gonna cut your fingers. And now I'm going to connect the sides with the top. This is a trick that is really nice. It's really effortless to blend the sides and connect the sides with the top. Right here I do that division and just connect the hair with the hair that falls on the side. As you guys can see, it blends perfectly. Now let's texturize the hair. First, the hair needs to be dry, so that way you're not gonna cut more than the hair that you want to cut. Okay, the hair is dry. I'm gonna create the same division, take a small portion, not really wide the section, and I'm gonna use the point cutting technique parallel to the hair. To cutting, I use 45 degrees. Now I'm going parallel to the hair. That way I can go inside and just cut enough to create that texturized effect, that texture effect on the hair. You guys can see how much hair I'm removing. And now I move to the center, being conscious to work parallel to the hair. So you're not gonna cut, you're just creating texture. Okay, remember I'm using my the last line shears raw sword 6 inches. Please guys, let me know if you want to see more hair cutting with shears or clipper in the comments, so that way I can focus the content that I'm going to create for you. I like to style the hair with a clay. This matte finish allow me to enhance the texture. I just spread out to all the hair and just style it with my fingers. Really natural looking. The client can replicate that hairstyle at home. And I leave the razor shaving for the last thing. This is our razor red camo that we did in collaboration with the BUSRT Crop, and you guys can see the full look right here, how clean is the fade, how look good with the texture on top. So please guys, let me know what you think of the final result. Okay, remember, if you like it, subscribe and share. See you next time. God bless.